have you consented, have you given permission to your attorney, Ms. Deborah Burke, and this court to go forward with this proceeding via video conference, also known as the Zoom app?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Please stand by. Can I get announcements from the attorneys for and on the record?
Jordan Sims for the state of Texas.
Deborah Stanton Burke for Annalisa Hernandez, and Mr. Sims, the ADA, and I have an agreed recommended bond amount to share with the court.
Okay. Well, she was remanded without bond. I believe that was due to concerning alleged violations of her probation, which put the community at risk. And so when that happens, I want these folks back before the court ASAP and to answer to these allegations. So I believe Ms. Arreguin at the time wanted the court to set a bond on Ms. Hernandez until her motion to revoke probation was heard by the court. Is that still the case, Mr. Sims?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And so let me just be very clear with you, Ms. Hernandez. This is not a time to play with your case or probation. You were ordered and you agreed to follow conditions of probation and the court's orders. That's why you were granted your application for probation. So you need to understand that part. These are serious allegations. Don't be fooled by the fact that it's called a misdemeanor, because there are consequences to this case that will affect you a lifetime if they're not handled appropriately and if you don't take care of them appropriately. The state has filed a motion to revoke your probation with some serious allegations of your noncompliance. That is yet to be heard. I will hear now from Mr. Sims on this agreement that you all want to propose to the court.
Yes, Your Honor. The state and defense have agreed to setting bond at $2,500. We believe this is an appropriate amount due to her felony bond amounts being $5,000 and $7,500. So the state feels that a bond of $2,500 on this case would be satisfactory.
Okay, and remind the court again of the allegations on her revocation motion.
I have not been provided that paperwork by the CLO at this time, Your Honor.
You all drafted it, Mr. Sims. It comes.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can tell the court that motion was filed August 6th.
Well, I don't need to know the date. I want to know what was in there specifically as to trigger me to remand her without bond after that motion was filed. That's what I'm looking for, Ms. Burke.
And you know we have a hearing December 2nd on that.
I understand that. I understand that, but I need that information to determine whether I'm going to approve y'all's agreement and to set conditions to that bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I'm currently checking on Odyssey because I don't see
you're
it
not going to get anywhere on Odyssey. So let me do it on file 360.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Not your fault that Odyssey still isn't working the way we need it to work, even though they were told what we needed and they have not done anything to adjust for that. So stand by. Okay, so I have her conditions here that she signed, and we signed back in May the 13th, just a few months ago. And guess what? Let's see, maybe it's this one. I have one other probation document. Nope, I don't have the motion either, sir. So it's either a new family violence allegation or drug use. Those are the two most common that I remand.
I found it, Your Honor.
Okay.
It is a failure to report to supervising officers for the months of June and July 2024, as well as failing to complete her BIP program.
Okay. Deborah, anything you want the court to know about that?
You know, I would expect that I would put on my entire show for you on December the 2nd, 2024. But let me just say, she graduated out of at 17 years old, having been an orphan. and has been,
Ms. Burke, I'm going to stop you right there. I
Yeah.
am of the opinion that all these things may happen to you as a child. Then you get to a point where you're an adult. And as an adult, you need to make different choices for yourself. And you will be held to an adult standard. I understand, and you know this, Ms. Burke, all the trials and tribulations of someone with her background. But as I represented these kids in foster care, I also had hard conversations with them about how they needed to take agency over their own lives and be accountable for their own decisions and quit blaming their past for their present. And so Ms. Hernandez had an opportunity to pick Reflejo Court if she wanted true healing and sobriety in her life to make better choices. She didn't choose Reflejo Court. And now she chooses not to report and disappear on us, allegedly, for the month of June and July, and thinks that maybe BIP isn't a big deal, Ms. Burke. I don't know. These are the allegations.
no, see, now that I'm her attorney, I'm going to be in her case. You know, I used a different word than what it really meant.
I know what you meant.
I'm on it. I'm on her.
What was the probation order on contact with the complaining witness, Mr.
No
Sims?
contact.
No contact. That will remain in place as a condition of this bond. I need her reporting to her probation officer every week. She's not to consume any alcohol or use any drugs. That'll be random drug testing every week. The no firearms, no guns, no ammunition condition stays in place, along with all her other conditions of probation. And she's to attend. No, that's it. We're going to do it like that because I don't have anything other information regarding any new drug use or any drug use whatsoever. So $2,500 agreement is signed off on. No contact with the complaining witness. Report weekly to probation. Weekly probation until we get this all settled. No alcohol or drug use, and random drug testing to make sure that she's not using alcohol or drugs, and no firearms, guns, or ammunition as a condition of that $2,500 bond until we hear the motion to revoke her probation.
And Your Honor, can I go into a breakout room with my client, please?
Absolutely. That concludes today's hearing, and we are off the record. Can someone assist Ms. Burke getting into a breakout room with Ms. Annalisa Hernandez so they can